Hi everybody, it's Dave Neufeld for the Best Buy Canada blog, and I'm back again today taking another look at a new dash cam. So this time around I have here the Nextbase model 422GW dash cam. So I'm going to get this set up on my vehicle and we'll take a look at it, but first of all I'm going to just pop the box open here and take a look at what's inside. So first off, I've got the camera itself. It's a very nice hefty camera. It's got a nice wide angle lens and it looks like an LCD screen on the rear side. So that's a pretty nice looking camera. And then a few additional things obviously in the box here. So we've got our power adapter, cable, we've got a little tool that'll come in handy for pushing the cable that we're going to have to run through the vehicle up into the framing and the molding of the vehicle, so that should make that easier. And then it looks like we've got two different mounts to choose from. There's either the sticky adhesive mount that is a more permanent semi-permanent anyway, way of sticking the mount to your windshield, and it looks like we also have a suction mount, which is looks like a different option where we can just use a suction cup sort of action to affix to the windshield. Actually, before I get it set up in my vehicle, I'm just going to mention that I also have this little accessory pack to go along with this dash cam. This is the Nextbase dash cam's 32GB Go pack. And what we've got in here is just a nice little carrying case for your camera, and also a 32GB memory card. And the memory card, fairly self-explanatory obviously for saving your videos and data, but this is a nice little accessory. This is something that you can keep your camera in when you're not using it, and so I've mentioned this is definitely a really nice camera. It's the kind that maybe, maybe not all the time, but depending on where you are, you might not want to leave it in your vehicle when you're not there. And so you can easily detach the camera, and just to keep it safe and safe from damage and easy to keep track of, you can pop it in this nice little case. So before I go out to my vehicle, I'm actually just going to show you something I quickly discovered with the difference between the sticky mount and the suction mount. So both use this same swivel mounting device, and what you can actually do, it's really handy, to choose between the two. You can just slide this piece off and affix it to either the sticky pad or the suction pad. And it snaps off. So there's your sticky pad. And here is your suction pad, and they've both just got a little clip area on them that allows the stand to affix to them. So I was connected to the sticky pad, but I'm just going to ditch that suction pad instead, and easy enough, I can just switch between the two. And then you can see here on the mount is the part that will affix to the actual camera itself. So I'm just going to show you really quickly how easy the suction cup mount is to put on. So I've actually got it on here, but I'm just going to clip it off again. So it has two locking mechanisms. It has this mechanism here and also this one at the top for releasing it. But I'm actually surprised. At first I was a little apprehensive or doubtful that the suction cup would be a strong enough mount for a dash cam, but it's actually very, very good. So all you have to do, it's so easy, is just press it to the window and then clip that shut, and let me tell you, it is really firmly on there. So I'm really impressed with this. I had initially thought that I would just be using the suction cup to test it out, but just knowing how easy it is to put on and how firm it is, and then how easy it is to just take it off again, I'm probably more inclined just to stick with this mount than to switch it over to the more permanent adhesive mount. All right, so I have kind of installed the power cable that connects to the power adapter. connects that to the camera throughout my vehicle. So you can see here on the mount, the power cable just plugs into the mount right there. That's handy. It actually doesn't plug into the camera itself. It plugs into the mount. And I've run it up here and just run it all through the molding of my vehicle everywhere I could. And a few places it kind of has to pop out for me because my vehicle, it won't let, there's no space to put it in there, or at least I wasn't willing to force it in. But all through, along, right up to where I have it plugged in, and you can see a little light there indicating that it's plugged in. And anywhere that I needed a little help along the way, I just used this tool that they included to kind of push the cable in. I will quickly note that you'll see I have two clips here that I'm taking advantage of just to make sure the wire is staying where I want it to. Those clips did not come with this camera. They're actually from a previous camera I had installed. So just so that you're aware, those clips didn't come with this camera. And if you feel like you're going to need something like that in addition, then you may just have to go pick up something from yourself. I'm sure you can find clips like these, just generic ones at a hardware store, an automotive store, or something like that. But anyway, I had them in my vehicle already, so I took advantage of them. So with that wired, really all that's left is to mount the camera, which again is impressively easy. You can see the camera here just has a little cover on the front, and we just need to peel that off. It's magnetic. It's not clipped. It's actually a very strong magnet. And I'm going to take that and I'm just going to pop the camera. You can see, and it just snapped right in with the magnetic mount, and it's nice and firmly in place and easily kind of adjustable here on the mount. But as I said, between the suction cup and the magnet, it's actually really impressive how firmly mounted it is and how easy it is to install and to take on and off. And as I'd mentioned, because this camera operates this way, it's really easy to take on and off, and you may want to do so in between use. You may even decide you don't want to leave it in your vehicle, and it's definitely designed to do that because, as I said, it's just a magnet, and it's a strong magnet, but you just have to pop it off like that, and you've got your camera. And if you have it, you can store your camera, as I said, in the little accessory case here in between uses. I will also quickly mention that, of course, I put the SD card in for storage before I started. The camera itself does not come with the SD card, so I put in the SD card, obviously, that I had in the accessory kit. That was the carrying case and SD card combo. But of course, if you are just on your own with the accessory pack, you're going to want to pick up an SD card, micro SD card for the camera in addition to the camera itself. Okay, so I'm all set. I'm all up and running now with the Nextbase 422GW dash cam, and you can see here, so I've got a nice 2.5-inch LCD screen. I apologize, it's sunny out, so I don't know how well the actual picture on the camera is showing up, but rest assured, from my perspective, it's very crisp and very well-defined image. So we've got quite a few nice options built into this camera. Right now I have it set to record videos in 3-minute increments. You can choose 1 minute, 2 minutes, or 3 minutes, and it'll just keep recording over and over in those increments and saving them to the micro SD card. Here's the record button. If I want to just stop recording for now, I can press that, and that will stop and start the recordings. There's also a power button on the side here if I just want to turn the unit off altogether, so I can turn it on, off and on. I have it plugged in right now to my dash, but the good news is it does have its own battery, so you don't always have to keep it plugged in, and you can even keep it running on battery power when you're not in your vehicle, or when you're away. If I just unplug it, then I suppose if I unplug it, it may turn off, but if I want to turn it on again, I can do that. And again, I'm sorry, I don't know how clear this is on the video, but now I can see the battery indicator showing that I'm running actually on battery power. But if I plug it back in, I will be charging the battery again. A few other features of the camera: it has a collision detection, so if the camera does detect that you're in a collision or some kind of accident, it will set the video aside and save the video as protected so that it won't be overwritten. But you can do this yourself as well. There's a button on the bottom here, and if I just push that, okay, so I've pushed the button and now there's a lock showing on the screen, and that's showing that this particular video is now locked, it is protected, and it won't be overwritten even if the camera runs out of space and starts, you know, overwriting itself with new videos. So there are quite a few other features too that we can access through the touchscreen menu buttons here. There's quite a few settings that I can go through. I can check out my connected apps, my video settings. That's, you know, where I would set the length of my videos and the resolution. You can go to setup and see quite a few things. Turn off the volume on your alerts, parking assistance, time zone, that sort of thing. You can also see there's a play button up in the corner here, and that's where I can go through and see all my videos. In particular with the lock, I can see my videos that are that have been set to be protected, and my pictures that I may have taken. And to take a picture, I even simply just need to tap on the screen and you can hear the sound that a photo has been taken. One other neat feature is that you can actually sync this camera with this dash cam with Alexa and give her commands directly that way too. She can access all of your normal things such as playlists and audiobooks and that sort of thing. But she can also, Alexa can also give commands to your dash cam itself. And I've actually set this up on this dash cam, so I'll try it out here. Alexa, tell my dash cam to take a picture.
I've taken a photo.
So there you go. There was a photo taken just by voice command, by syncing with Alexa. You can also sync the camera to an iPhone or an Android app. I would love to show you that right now, but I can't exactly show you on my phone because I'm filming this on my phone. But needless to say, that's probably the best way to interface outside of just pressing all the touch screen buttons. If you sync it up with your phone, you can actually do quite a lot of different things. You can view the live feed at any given time. You can see all the videos that you have saved, and you can even download the videos to your phone. So that's a great way to set up the camera and to get all your get easy access to all your videos and photos and clips without actually having to remove the memory card. So anyway, that's basically all I have for you today on the Nextbase 422GW dash cam. It's definitely a really great dash cam, really user friendly. I love quite a lot of its features, especially how easy it is to mount, especially with the suction cup mount as I've used there, and how easy it is to pop on and off and basically control. Overall, I'd say it's definitely a dash cam that I would recommend. But that's all from me today, so be sure to stay tuned to the Best Buy Canada blog for all the latest in technology. Until next time.